Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to be doing 10 names I loved but won't be using, and technically it's like 10 names I love but didn't use because I already had my baby. But I was planning on making this video and then time just got away and it never happened, so I'm finally making it now. I'm going to do 5 boy names and 5 girl names, and I think I'm going to start with the boy names. So let's get into this. The first boy name that I really wanted to name a boy if I had one was Grayson, and I heard about this name, man, it must have been like 5 to 7 years ago. It was a long time ago, and I actually saw a Tim Hortons employee with the name tag that said Grayson. It was a girl, and I don't know if that was actually her name tag or if she was borrowing it from somebody else, but I originally heard this name as a girl's name. I don't know why I was really drawn to it, but I thought it was really unique and I liked it. And then I started to discover characters named Grayson in books, and then it became a popular name. So I decided against Grayson, but I ended up having a girl, so it doesn't matter anyway. The first girl's name that I was thinking about was Aletta, and I like A names, and I especially like names that end in A as well, so I really liked this one. I didn't go with it just because I couldn't picture myself calling her Aletta. The second boy's name was Oakley, and I love this name just because it reminds me of nature, kind of like an oak tree, and I think it's really cute, but I had a hard time imagining Oakley as like a grown man. I know there's lots of boy names that have Lee at the end of them, but I just decided not to go with it if she was a boy. The second girl's name I thought of was Emerlyn. I don't really know why I like this name. I guess it's similar to Emma and Emily, which I really like, but those names are way too popular, and I just thought I kind of wanted to give her a unique name. So I heard of Emerlyn, and I just thought it sounded like really flowy and pretty, kind of remind me of summertime, so I really loved that name, but didn't go with it. The third boy's name was Finn. I liked the name Finn for a long time, like since I was in high school. I had seen the movies Huckleberry Finn, which are based on the books. I joked when I was younger about naming my son Huckleberry Finn, and I kind of felt like that was a little bit much, so I thought, well, I could name him Finn, and that sounds cute. But Finn also became popular along with Finley, so I decided I wouldn't use Finn. The third girl's name that I chose was Eloise, and one of my favorite childhood books is Eloise at the Plaza, and there's also movies which I love. I really have always loved the name Eloise, and I also loved that it had L in it because I love the name Ella, and for a long time I wanted to name my daughter Ella May, and then Ella became really popular, so I've just had really bad luck with picking names, hanging on to them for years and years, not telling a soul, and then all of a sudden they become popular. So didn't go with Eloise, but mostly because I always imagined my second child with an L name, so yeah. The fourth boy name that I was thinking about was Beckham. And I liked Beckham because it kind of reminded me of England for some reason. It reminded me kind of royalty. I don't really know why, that sounds kind of weird, but I didn't like that you could shorten Beckham for Becky. I mean, I guess you wouldn't have to, but for some reason I couldn't be bold enough to name my son Beckham. But you know what? I'm not decided against Beckham completely. I still really like it. The fourth girl name that I was considering was Brighton, and I loved that name just because it had the word bright in it, and I really wanted a bright name, something that was warm and kind of reminded you of nature. I really like nature names, if I haven't already said so, but that's why I was thinking of Brighton. But again, I kind of chickened out with that and decided not to go with it. The fifth and final boy's name was Luca, and Luca also became very popular, so yeah, you know the story. And my last girl's name was actually going to be Hazel's name. I had this name picked out since I was like 13, and I was convinced I was gonna name my daughter this name, and I didn't because I saw a 3D ultrasound photo of Hazel at, I think it was like 17 weeks, and I just was like, this is not her name, she looks like a Hazel. Hazel is her name, like I could feel it, so I didn't go with it. I don't know if I'm gonna use it in the future or not, perhaps, but I don't know anyone with this name, and I don't know anyone who has named their daughter this name. I know it is a boy's name, but that is Kale. And Kale spelt with a C, like C-A-L-E, not the vegetable. And a lot of people gave me trouble with this because it is a vegetable, but I thought it sounded really cute, and I got this name from the movie Dreamer with Dakota Fanning, and I've just always loved that name for some reason, and I think it's very unique, and I don't know anyone with that name. And maybe I'll still use it, maybe I won't, I don't know. I don't really like that some people might call her Kaylee or mistaken it for Kaylee, just because like that's not her name. But yeah, so who knows. Anyway, so I really just wanted to share those names because I've been meaning to make this video for so long, and finally I'm making it, like 8 months postpartum. So I hope you like those names. Please follow me on Instagram and Twitter. My handles are linked down below. I am very behind on my vlogs, so right now I am editing and posting stuff from Christmas, so I apologize, but please check out my other videos. Leave a comment down below because I always respond to comments, and also subscribe, please. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.